Believe it or not, Apple's iPhone 16 launch is less than 5 months away, and we're expecting a lot of major changes and upgrades this year, especially since Apple hasn't been in the best light recently, so they've gotta try harder than ever before, and I think they will with this new lineup. So in this video, I'm gonna go through 12 different leak updates and features that we should be expecting to make the iPhone a really good upgrade. For number one, we just got this brand new, apparent leaked iPhone 16 Pro Max logic board, which looks completely different compared to all other logic boards, especially compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which to me signals a huge internal layout redesign from the ground up. And it's almost like they're cutting out a huge portion for a big redesigned battery. You can see this nice square edge. Imagine a huge battery going right there. And the reason for this redesign might actually be because we're expecting the new iPhone 16 Pro Max to get bigger from 6.7 inch to 6.9 inches in terms of the display. So they're gonna have a lot more room to work with. So we might be getting a redesigned battery. And that leads us to number two, which is actually a battery that was leaked with a brand new metal casing. This one was actually the iPhone 16 Pro battery, and you can see it's completely redesigned, which is something they did for the Apple Watch when they switched to this new metal casing, which actually gave it better battery life within the same size, which means that with these new iPhones, they might have a new stack cell battery technology that doesn't swell as much, allowing more battery capacity and no extra downsides, just all extra features with less heat, better security, better safety, and we could get a huge battery life boost. For number three, we just got a huge leak of the iPhone 16 lineup aluminum prototypes with cases on them, and surprisingly, both the Pro models and the regular 16s have the same additional cutout for a new button below the power button. This is something I actually wasn't expecting because I thought it would be on the Pro models only, but no, it's on the entire lineup. And we also see the confirmed design of the camera layout for the regular 16, going back to an iPhone 10 design, but using a glass multi-layered bump instead of the old metal ring. For number four, Apple just ordered new capacitive button components, including a new system and package module to integrate the button with two Taptic engines, which basically means that this new button isn't actually gonna be a clicky button at all, but it's gonna act like a solid state home button like we used to have, or the Magic Trackpad, which those don't actually move at all. It just detects the pressure and then vibrates and makes it feel like an actual click. So that's gonna be interesting to see how Apple implements it. Moving on to number five, we all know that Apple's coming out with their new A18 and A18 Pro chips for the new iPhone 16 lineup, both with 8 gigs of RAM, and the expectation is that they're gonna be fully redesigned from the ground up with larger dies and giving us a bigger boost in performance than what we got with the A17 Pro. But what we just realized right now is that Apple actually used marketing mumbo jumbo for their A17 Pro's neural engine. Apparently, Apple said it has 35 tops of NPU performance, but it turns out that all they did was change their methodology and started quoting int 8 performance, which is basically twice as easy than the current FP16 that they use. So in reality, we didn't really get that big of an improvement in terms of actual tests like this stable diffusion test at the cost of even more power. And yes, we did get leaks that Apple's gonna finally give us a massive boost in neural engine performance for generative AI, which likely means a full redesign. So it looks like they're waiting until the iPhone 16 lineup for that, which is exciting. And for number six, we also just got confirmation by Mark Gurman that all the new AI features on the iPhone 16 lineup will for sure be on device instead of through the cloud like so many other companies use right now, which is going to give the iPhone 16 models a huge advantage in terms of AI performance, especially in terms of security being on device. And the fact that they're going with this route ensures that there's going to be a huge boost in performance in terms of the general chip and the neural engine performance as well, and likely with the introduction of new technologies that allow Apple to do more with less, like in terms of memory. So these new A18 chips are going to be powerhouses. For number 7, we're expecting the new iPhones to use the new M13 OLED display material, likely for the 16 Pro models, which has apparently been tested recently in terms of efficiency. And as you can see in this chart, the Samsung Galaxy S24 models with the new M13 display are using significantly less power, even less than the regular S23, which is really impressive because the S24 Ultra gets crazy bright. And this exact material is what we're expecting for the iPhone 16 Pro models, so they're likely gonna get even brighter with less overheating and less dimming issues, which has gotten so much better compared to the iPhone 12 models, which were the worst for overheating and display dimming. So I'm glad it's gonna continue to get even better, and it should also help with battery life. For number 8, apparently the new iPhone 16 Pro models may actually have a new polished titanium finish instead of being brushed like what we got with the iPhone 15 Pro models. Why? Well, some are speculating that the brushed titanium looks basically identical to the cheaper aluminum models, so you no longer really get that ultra premium look and feel anymore. Not only that, but I think the process of making the brushed titanium takes way too long and too much time and money, so polishing it will likely save Apple some money, but who knows. For number 9, we also just got a bunch of new leak updates in terms of the cameras on the iPhone 16 lineup. Finally, the 16 Pro cameras are going to be less prone to lens flare and ghosting, which is by far the most annoying thing with recent iPhone cameras, because when you take a photo at night and you have some light bulbs in the background or bokeh, it reflects on the other side of the photo, which is so annoying. So hopefully Apple can fix this. And this new leak adds on top of the other camera leaks that we already had, like the 48 megapixel ultra wide camera, the regular iPhone 16 Pro size getting the Tetra Prism 5X camera, the potential for a super telephoto camera going on the Pro Max model, going up to 300mm zoom, which is insane, which I'm not even sure if we're gonna get this or not. Of course, we have the capture button, which is meant as a camera feature, acting like a professional shutter button where you kind of press it halfway and it locks in the focus. You press all the way down and it snaps the photo. And of course, we also have the vertical camera layout on the iPhone 16 in order to record spatial videos for the Vision Pro. And for number 10, we just got this ironic update that Apple stopped production of the fine woven accessories, which were meant to replace leather, which is apparently so terrible, but now it's kind of biting Apple because it's just a fail. The material is really bad, it stains, everybody hates it, so hopefully later this year with the iPhone 16 models, we get some sort of vegan leather instead of this fine woven. For number 11, the new iPhone 15 Pro Max models came with a pretty good improvement in terms of bezel thickness reduction, but apparently Apple's gonna take it even further with the new iPhone 16 Pro models using a new BRS, or border reduction structure technology. And this is quite surprising because these are already really thin bezels, but it's a welcome change. And for number 12, we have confirmation that all iPhone 16 models will now get the action button. But unfortunately, over 50% of people who were polled by Mac Rumors forgot it exists. So to me, the fact that Apple is giving the action button to every new iPhone 16 model means that they're likely planning some brand new, very unique features for the action button, hopefully in connection with generative AI or the new redesigned Siri or something like that to make it more useful. So there you guys go. Those were the new 12 leak updates, features, and changes for the new iPhone 16 Pro models coming in less than 5 months. Yes, I can't believe time is flying by so fast, so you don't have to wait that long. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Click that button above to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.